So the first title I've played is A Bunny Girl's Guide to World Domination. The full game isn't released yet, so I only played a 20 to 30 minute demo. I could do a video giving my opinion on what I thought of it, but I'd rather try and figure out what the fuck is going on in the world of this game from this 30-minute demo. Okay, so we start off on a planet called Cryaotopia. This is my interpretation of what a map of Cryaotopia might look like. On this planet, all civilization is united under the Royal Rabbit Empire. At the centre of this empire is the Kingdom of Cryaotopia, or the Royal Rabbit Empire Kingdom of Cryaotopia. I also believe that the Queen of Cryaotopia is also the ruler of the empire, or at least has some power over it, as it is kind of implied at some point, although it is also implied that being the ruler of the kingdom is kind of pointless, and that ruling the world would be better. However, if the Queen does rule the empire, wouldn't that mean she essentially rules the world? Perhaps she means the Queen of Cryaotopia doesn't have enough power and that things need to be more centralised. It does appear that there is some sort of council, as evidenced by the fact that higher-ups within the empire were the ones who picked which twin daughter would be queen. Perhaps the Queen does have plenty of power within the empire, but can be vetoed and booed at the empire's high council. Also, it is hinted at that the royal advisor to the Queen might be a little corrupt. Perhaps the high council within the empire picked the more innocent and possibly more easily fooled sister so that they could essentially lead and control the empire for themselves. Also, the entirety of the kingdom is apparently made up of bunny girls? It is very specific when mentioning the populace of the kingdom as bunny girls, and there is no mention of any bunny boys. This raises a couple of questions, such as how Babby is formed and why it's called a kingdom. If there were no kings present in Cryaotopia before this point, then it should be called a queendom. Perhaps there were men before and there was some sort of revolution forcing men out of the kingdom, or forcing them to become sex slaves specifically for the purpose of labour and reproduction. Or perhaps they just used some sort of asexual reproduction. But if there was asexual reproduction, then there would still be no reason to call it a kingdom. Also, if there was some sort of revolution where they told the men to fuck off, wouldn't the bunny girls have changed the title from kingdom to queendom? Who knows, maybe it'll be explained in the full game. But I won't get my hopes up. Also, in a joke made by this girl, the game hints at the possibility that there might be a cat federation within the empire. If that's the case, then they must have got shafted in some sort of war because two very major entities have rabbit-related names. Perhaps their federation just isn't big enough to warrant much recognition within the empire, or perhaps maybe there isn't a cat federation, it was just a joke. Although this shady character does look like it has whiskers, so maybe there are cats. Well, that's enough for this video. Episode 11 of Wraith is about to go live, so I have to end it here. Why aren't there any subtitles? I don't understand what's going on.